Back, everybody. We have our good friend Haley Sparks here with us this morning, and today she's showing some benefits of using bands plus an upper body workout.
Let's go.
Uh-oh.
Come on. Women, let me just call you out real quick. 70% of us will gain weight in perimenopause and menopause without even changing our habits, which kind of sounds like a suck situation if you're asking me. But it comes down to two things. It comes down to your hormones and it comes down to your muscle, all right? And men, I'm not even gonna shy away from you too, because as we get older, if we're not paying attention to our like testosterone levels and things like that, yes, guys, we become insulin resistant, meaning it's really hard to metabolize carbs, and you can start to gain body fat from carbs. So when estrogen drops, guys, that means that your muscle mass is dropping, and we need to stay on top of this. You can't out cardio your hormones. You can't.
It's true.
You gotta have protein and you gotta have resistance training. So here's some workouts with the bands for your upper body this morning. Different resistant bands, I bring them all a row usually, because the thicker they are, the more resistance we have.
Yeah.
The thinner they are, the less resistance you have.
Now, like the thinner ones, are they good for more like flexibility and stuff like that?
I like that. Yeah, like if you're stretching and need a little extra like pull, can't reach your toes or something. But do you know what? I'll even just show you doing them with the bicep curls.
Okay.
So this one right here, you can get anything out of this little small band. Just do more reps, right? But bicep curls, I'm standing on the band here, and then you could do isolated curls, everyone. Like just like you would with dumbbells or kettlebells, you could do the same with bands.
Okay.
Or you can do it both.
Yeah.
Now I like the bands row because of the resistance that you get on the way down also. You know, it's almost like you're getting that eccentric load as well as the other eccentric, okay?
Now real quick, the thinner bands, because we do have a lot of senior citizens who watch our show. Yeah. Are those the thinner ones good for them just to kind of keep those joints, you know, moving
guys,
and
Start with those. Like elders, if you're watching this and you want to get into some resistance training, I mean, you could even do that with body weight. And I'm always talking about the things around your house. But to make it interesting and fun, I actually did buy my grandpa some thin bands like this to get excited about working out. You know, it makes it exciting.
Every time you talk about you makes me laugh about that time you sent me that picture of him messing with me about, I think it was sour cream or guacamole, one of them.
Nana and Papa love rope. All right, everybody does. And then the squat to press. I'll just keep using this thin band because, guys, you can use it and still get a good workout. I don't want you thinking that you have to use something crazy and heavy to get a good workout. So let's just use the small one. So the squat to press, again, this is helping your mobility in your shoulders, your biceps, but we're gonna squat. If you have to use a box or a bench or even the couch to touch, do that. And then we're going to try to press overhead, okay? Yeah. What you'll notice a lot, seniors, is you may not have the mobility to even go above your head. It may start to look like this, okay?
Is that okay as well? Or
actually, let's talk about it. I would drop the band and honestly just practice getting that mobility over your head with just your hands for a couple of reps and then try it with the band. Okay? Go to the chiropractor, you know, get an adjustment. A lot of times we don't realize that we're really tight because we sit a lot, right? That can impact your lats, your shoulders, everything. So you may be a little tight. That's not a bad thing, guys. Just go to the chiropractor, get in a little adjustment, and then try working out again. It's just holistic care.
Man, you know what else is a good one? Massage.
There we go. Look, we're getting older. We got to take care of our body.
I had one, I think it's been a few months, and man, I had no idea how tight my shoulders were till she started like rubbing the knots out, and man.
So you ready to bench then?
It hurt at first, huh?
You ready to bench then?
See, what had happened was, it hurt at first, but man, afterwards, I tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, best feeling in the world.
Massages, PT, chiropractor. Yes. You know, don't wait till something.
Welcome back, everybody. We're still here with Haley Sparks, and now we are talking about some nutrient-dense foods to prioritize when pregnant. Yes. So Haley, drop it on us.
Yeah, guys, ladies, I didn't even realize this whenever I had my daughter either, but we have a lot of nutrients that we need a lot of whenever we're carrying. And especially afterwards as well. So we are legal and we are certified to talk about this, okay? I don't want to get in trouble online. But, you know, liver, let's just go through a couple of these. And this is on my Facebook too. So eggs, they kind of get a bad reputation, but whenever we are pregnant ladies, you want to at least have 2 eggs a day, okay? Liver is nature's multivitamin, and we want to make sure that we have a few ounces of that a couple of times a week. all right? And these are actually just really, really high in these essential vitamins like folate, vitamin A, vitamin B12, choline, iron, iodine, glycine. Glycine. There's so many vitamins that these are essential in, and that's why we're naming these foods, okay? Salmon is another one. It's a fatty fish and other seafood. You want to make sure that these are wild caught if possible, and having at least 12 ounces a week. So maybe that's, 2 times a week or so, having salmon also. And then here's a good one, full fat and fermented dairy products. So some of us tend to go towards like that 1% or even fat-free dairy products. But ladies, if you are carrying or even postpartum, you want to make sure that you're getting full fat dairy products so that you're getting all of those minerals and not the stripped out versions of them too, okay? And 2 to 3 servings daily on the dairy products. So if you like milk, there you go. Here's your freebie to have some milk and eggs and cheese as well.
Now, real quick, for like the dairy, for people that say, lactose intolerant, should they take multivitamins or just find the dairy-free alternatives? How you kind of work that?
That's a really good question, Ro. Actually, guys, prenatal. Take the prenatal, and even if you're not pregnant, I would still take a prenatal because you're getting a lot of the vitamins that you might not be getting if you are lactose. Maybe you're having to go dairy-free. That's what these supplements are for, is to help supplement the deficiencies. We will try to get them in other sources as well, like yeast. Nutritional yeast is a really great source of protein. It's dairy-free as well. So there are some substitutions, but I would say prioritize the vitamins and the supplements if you're, dairy-free, lactose, just to fill those gaps.
Absolutely. We're all about the